Hey Chiefs Kingdom, what's up everybody? Today we've got a massive Kansas City Chiefs update, and trust me, you do not want to miss this one because the energy around this team is completely different heading into the 2026 season. After one of the most frustrating years of the Patrick Mahomes era, the Chiefs are finally back on the field, the rookies are turning heads already, and the entire organization looks locked in on redemption. And Chiefs fans, there's one thing everybody around the league is starting to notice. This team suddenly feels dangerous again. The media spent months doubting Kansas City after last season's collapse, but now we're hearing huge praise coming out of rookie minicamp, updates on Mahomes' recovery, and growing excitement around the new offensive weapons joining Andy Reid's system. So stay with me until the end because we're breaking down the rookie standouts, the shocking Patrick Mahomes recovery news, the players already fighting for roster spots, and why Travis Kelce believes this Chiefs team could return to Dynasty mode faster than people expect. And Chiefs Kingdom, I want to know right now in the comments. Do you believe Kansas City is going back to the playoffs this season? The biggest story right now surrounding the Kansas City Chiefs is Patrick Mahomes. According to recent reports from team insiders and league sources, Mahomes is reportedly way ahead of schedule in his recovery after the knee injury that ended his 2025 season. And Chiefs fans, that is huge news for this franchise. Think about it for a second. Even after the injuries, offensive line problems, and chaos around the roster last season, nobody in the NFL truly counted Mahomes out. The moment Brett Veach revealed that Patrick was attacking rehab every single day inside the facility, fans immediately started believing again. That competitive fire is still there, and honestly, it sounds like Mahomes is more motivated than ever. What makes this even more exciting is how careful the Chiefs are being with him. Andy Reid and the medical staff are not rushing anything, but insiders say Mahomes has been fully engaged mentally, studying the offense, mentoring younger players, and already showing signs of explosive movement during recovery sessions. That's exactly the type of leadership this locker room needs after such a disappointing year. Now let's talk about rookie minicamp because Chiefs Kingdom, there were some names generating serious buzz. Over 100 rookies attended the 3-day minicamp, including draft picks, undrafted free agents, and tryout players all fighting for a shot to make this roster. And according to reports coming out of camp, the intensity was high from the very first practice. One player who immediately caught attention was rookie wide receiver Cyrus Allen. Multiple observers talked about his route running, speed, and ability to create separation during drills. And Chiefs fans already know what happens when Andy Reid finds a young receiver with explosiveness. This offense suddenly starts looking scary again. But it wasn't just Allen making noise. Rookie quarterback Garrett Nussmeier reportedly looked calm and confident during team drills, completing several strong throws in early sessions. Nobody is saying he's replacing Mahomes obviously, but having a young quarterback learning behind Patrick could become one of the smartest long-term moves the Chiefs have made in years. And listen to this Chiefs Kingdom. One of the biggest surprises from minicamp was how aggressive the coaching staff looked. Reports described coaches pushing players hard, demanding energy, urgency, and discipline every single rep. That tells me one thing clearly. This organization is done with excuses after last season. Andy Reid sounded genuinely excited after practices wrapped up. He praised the rookies for how quickly they were learning the playbook and adapting to NFL speed. Reid even mentioned how impressed he was with the effort level across the entire group. That matters because Reid usually keeps things very calm publicly. So when he starts praising intensity, fans should pay attention. The Chiefs also signed 3 tryout players immediately after minicamp ended, including wide receiver Xavier Lloyd, defensive back Marlon Sewell, and offensive tackle Khalil Benson. That means the front office clearly saw something special during workouts. And honestly, Chiefs fans, some of the best hidden gems in the NFL come from these exact situations. One thing that's becoming very clear is Brett Veach is rebuilding this roster with hunger. Last season exposed depth problems, injury concerns, and inconsistency across several positions. But now the Chiefs seem determined to get younger, faster, and more physical on both sides of the football. And let's talk about Kenneth Walker for a moment because Chiefs fans are fired up about this move. Adding a dynamic running back alongside Mahomes could completely transform the offense again. For years, fans begged Kansas City to bring balance back to the attack, and Walker might finally give them that explosive ground game they've been missing. Imagine defenses trying to stop Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Xavier Worthy, Rashee Rice, and Kenneth Walker at the same time. That's exactly why optimism is growing inside Chiefs Kingdom right now. If the offensive line holds up and Mahomes returns healthy, this offense could become one of the most dangerous units in football again. Now, speaking of Rashee Rice, his situation still remains one of the biggest question marks surrounding the team. There's still uncertainty about his long-term future and possible league discipline, and fans continue debating whether Kansas City should prepare for life without him. But for now, the Chiefs appear focused on building depth rather than depending on one player. That's why the development of younger receivers is becoming critical. Xavier Worthy needs to take another step. Cyrus Allen is already generating hype, and several undrafted players are trying to prove they belong. Honestly, Chiefs Kingdom, this might become one of the most competitive receiver rooms we've seen in years. Meanwhile, Travis Kelce returning for another season has completely energized the fan base. There were so many retirement rumors earlier this offseason, but Kelce decided to stay in Kansas City because he still believes this team can compete for championships. And hearing that from a future Hall of Famer speaks volumes about the confidence inside this locker room. Kelce recently praised the Chiefs draft class and specifically highlighted how much talent the front office added this offseason. He talked about the fresh energy around the building and how hungry the younger players already look. And honestly, when Travis Kelce starts sounding motivated again, that should scare the rest of the NFL. Defensively, the Chiefs are also entering a fascinating transition period. The roster has changed significantly, and younger defenders will now need to step into bigger roles immediately. But one thing Chiefs fans know for sure is Steve Spagnuolo always finds ways to maximize defensive talent when it matters most. There's also growing excitement about the defensive rookies selected in the draft. Early minicamp reports suggest the coaching staff loves the athleticism and aggression they're bringing to practices. And after last season's inconsistencies, Kansas City desperately needed fresh energy on defense. What I personally love most about this current Chiefs team is the mentality shift happening right now. Last season humbled this organization. For the first time in years, the Chiefs are entering a season with critics questioning whether the dynasty is over. And honestly, that might be the best thing that ever happened to them. Because when Patrick Mahomes feels doubted, dangerous things happen. When Andy Reid feels doubted, creative things happen. And when Chiefs Kingdom feels doubted, Arrowhead becomes one of the toughest environments in sports again. This franchise has built its entire identity around responding to pressure. And Chiefs fans, I truly believe this offseason has already started changing the culture again. The rookies are hungry. The veterans look motivated. The coaching staff seems intense. And the front office is aggressively searching for depth and competition at every position. That combination could become extremely dangerous by the time training camp arrives. Now I want to hear from you, Chiefs Kingdom. Which rookie are you most excited about right now? Do you believe Patrick Mahomes will return to MVP form this season? And most importantly, can the Kansas City Chiefs return to the Super Bowl in 2026? If you enjoyed this update, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications because we're covering all the latest Kansas City Chiefs news, rumors, roster moves, training camp battles, and breaking updates every single day. Share this video with another Chiefs fan. Keep believing in this team, and as always, go Chiefs!